Pero, what's at stake? So, you have the top officials of the land, if you're going to the MOM, yung top official of the land, the president of the meeting, diba? Yes, they play a big role in the critical issues we face, diba? Next. But it's not just them, diba? Akala mo kalimutan natin to, it's not just the top officials. We're electing next week. Over 80,000 posts. Hindi naman lahat kayo yung logo. But let's broken down per area. Pero over 80,000 posts are up for grabs in these elections. And those posts, people will, yung mga taong that will occupy those posts, they will make very big decisions. Saan suspend yung pera natin? Diba? What policies to adopt, diba? Tutuloy ba yung 4Ps? Diba? So, yun, next. And it's not just national, let's not forget this, it's local. Diba? Sisay yung kakandidato din sa gobernador. Nakapag-isip kita ng national, tapos isip si magiging kandidato dito sa isa. Yung verde. Okay. Nakamindo. Saan? Sa governor. Ikaw siya kayo kalaban? Daily go around. Oh my gosh. So, si Fuente Bella. Okay. So dapat Aramindo. Diba? Hindi pwede hindi nyo alam. Kasi, sisingitihan bakit pa butante? Bakit pa? Dito butante? Yun yung voters. Okay. Sisay ang butante. Takot-takot na. Okay, so, of course, even if you're not voters, doesn't mean, at a certain point, you will be voters, you're below 18 ka. So, at a certain point, you will be, the decisions that the voters make, the decisions the voters will make, will also affect you. Diba? So, it doesn't mean that you don't participate in the process. Diba? Kasi, the decisions the voters make will affect you as well. So, next. So, ito mga botante, nakapag-decide na kayo. Hindi pa. Why?
Para sa ako, may bago. Dahil nasasabi namin pa po ang kailangan alamin, hindi ko po sila na-really dapat kasi. So, pagpapili na yung mga halal na dapat equal po tayo. Hindi po tayo yung bahay sa isang kanila lang tayo. Huwag po may pag-equal na tayo.
Hindi na makapag-decide. Okay. Sino ang makapag-decide na? Meron ba dyan? Wala. Okay, yes. For President, meron na? Okay, yes.
Okay, you don't want to say who you want to vote for, but you say, you want to say,
I already decided
would you, kung hindi mo man sasabihin who you want to vote for, but what made you make that decision?
because I think that I already done my research and I think that that's it. Well, she
Okay.
already empowered herself and that she rather can contribute a lot to our country. But I'm not really saying that others can change my mind. But still, I think I already decided.
Okay, great. Okay. Yes. So some of you have decided, the others have Not decided. Actually, isa lang yung nagsasabi dito na nakapag-decide na sila. Bakit? Baka confused pa kayo? Kung sino, who is confused? Okay, yes. Tell me why. Why are you confused?
Nag-base pa ako sa mga analysis. Up until now, hindi ko siya kung sino ba talaga yung nagsasama ng tao or mali.
Okay.
Mga nilalabas sa news.
Okay.
Sinasabi nila, tapos kinokontra ng other party. Tapos, minsan na yung hindi news, balik din naman yun. So, may consistency sa mga nilalabas sa news. So, up until now, hindi ko ba alam.
Okay. That's a valid, valid point, diba? So, what do you need? I mean, and then how do you make decisions ba? I mean, anong preferences nyo? What would likely, affect your decisions? Who would say na, okay, ang gusto ko yung hindi corrupt? Merong okay lang ang corrupt? Talaga? Seriously? Merong okay lang ang corrupt? Who says okay lang basta may ginagawa siya? Okay. So, who says kailangan competent? Okay. Who says dapat matalino siya? Okay. Oo. Approachable. Parang lahat yan, okay yun, pro-poor. Ayun. Anyway, di ba, marami naman, if you look at it, they all present themselves. They're all trying to present themselves. Nagganon sila. Di ba? Marami sa kailang ganon. So what do we need to make crucial decisions? Next. Information. Di ba? Right. Information. And what's your source of information now? Social media. Walang iba? Who still reads next? Who still reads or listens to the radio? Sometimes. Talagang hindi all the time. Every morning, okay. Before you go to school. Or use that.
Every morning po, kasi po, especially ang parents po, kasi before po start po parang ginagawa yung pagkalan yung radio. So, syempre po, habang prepare po before going to school, nalilinig ko lang po siya. Tapos yung insights po ng other commentaries po sa local government din po, madalas po nalilinig.
Okay, so that's still a source of information, 'di ba, yung radio. What about TV? Sorry. TV. Sinong nanonood pa ng news sa TV? Meron pa naman. Okay. Sinong nagbabasa pa ng dyaryo? Yung yung print na version ng dyaryo. Meron pa? Talaga? Meron doon. Okay. Pero, sino yung wala ng print na version ng dyaryo sa bahay? Wala ng subscription. So, nababasa nyo ang news saan? Online. Okay. So that's very critical. So before, ito yung sources of information. Now, one thing that is different, what do you observe about these sources of information? So, print, di ba? Anong ginagawa mo sa dyaryo? Babasahin. Kinakausap mo ba yung dyaryo? Hindi. Di ba? Yung TV, pwede mo bang kausapin yung TV? Talaga? Kinakausap mo yung TV? Yung radyo, nakakausap mo yung radyo? Okay. So the big difference, next. So ngayon, ganito nakadami yung nasa social media. And actually, your answers to the questions seem to jive with this. 5 Filipinos open a Facebook account every minute. 5 every minute. Next. 1 in every 3 Filipinos are on Facebook. Anong ginagawa nyo sa Facebook? Nagbabrowse. Sinong nag-upload ng selfie? Aminin. Ako nagsiselfie din ako. Umamin na kayo. Wala namang masamang mag-selfie. Okay? So 1 in every Filipino. So yun yung mga ginagawa natin, 'di ba, sa social media. Nagsiselfie, minsan may kinain tayo ng masarap, pinopost natin, 'di ba? Ano pa? May pinuntahan tayo, natuwa tayo doon, 'di ba? Ganon. Sino nasa Twitter? Okay. Ano na mas ginagamit nyo? Twitter or Facebook? Doon Twitter, dito Facebook. Okay, sige. Mas madami yung nasa Facebook kesa Twitter. But mamaya, I'll discuss a bit yung difference sa kanya. Yung Facebook, may difference yung nakikita nyo. You actually don't have full control of what you see on the feed. Kasi may algorithm ng Facebook na kung alin ang madalas na i-share ng friends nyo, yun yung makikita nyo. So it doesn't mean that that was actually all that was said. And this is something that happens to us often at Rappler. Kasi inaaway kami. Palagi ng mga tao. Kasi shinare ng mga Duterte yung kinakagalit nila. So ang mga friends ng mga Duterte, nakita nila, bakit panay na lang mga ganyan yung mga storya nyo? Hindi nila nakikita na actually, ang nakikita lang nila, yung shinare ng mga friends nila. Hindi yung lahat ng mga stories na pinablish namin. So, you have to understand how the medium works. It's very critical. Kasi, kung hindi, you might form opinions about certain institutions, about certain people based on the algorithm of Facebook. Okay? Si Twitter naman, kahit ano lalabas, 'di ba? Pero mabilis, sobrang bilis naman. So pwedeng na-miss mo yung several hours ago. So na-miss mo na yung balita, 'di ba? Mga ganon. So those are things that you have to, 'di ba? Because we're users of social media, magandang aralin what that medium does. Because iba siya kaysa sa print. Yung print, nakalatag lahat, 'di ba? So madaling makita alin ang headline, 'di ba? Madaling makita alin yung sidebar lang, medyo hindi ganoon ka-emphasized. Or meron kang page 1, page 2, page 3. Hindi ganoon sa social media. Okay? So, when we consume news and when we form opinions, mas maganda, although yung may nakikita tayo sa social media, maganda pa rin na pumunta tayo dun sa mismong para makita natin yung site, halimbawa, yung website ng isang news organization, para nakita natin yung iba pang storya tungkol dito sa taong to. 'Di ba? Because what we might be getting is not what you are, it's not the full picture. Okay? You might just be getting yung feel ng mga friends nyo. So, kaya 'di ba minsan kung may mga trending na news, 'di ba? Yun na lang, forever na lang, tapos pinapagalitan na kami. Bakit yan na lang at yan na lang ang nire-report nyo? So, share naman kami ng bagong news na tungkol sa mga naghihirap sa Mindanao. Wala pa rin, kasi hindi shinare . Ang shinare, yung ang pinaka na-share is the news about Aldab. 'Di ba? And hindi ko naman sinasabing masama yung news about Aldab, 'di ba? Pero the fact that mas marami yung nag-like nung Aldab affects what everybody here will see kung nasa isang social media kayo. Okay? So, medyo conscious lang tayo doon. So, it helps to, while you're browsing through Facebook, to still go out of it and check for yourselves. Baka naman meron dyan na hindi lumalabas sa feed ko. Pero, it's actually been published. Hindi lang na-like ng marami. Okay? So this is something that we have to be very conscious of as consumers of information on social media. What else? Oh, babad na babad tayo talaga sa social media. Ayan, Pilipinas yan, yung mataas. 6 hours. 6 hours of the day typically spent on social. Okay. Ano na lang natin yun, but basically, yun yung time spent. Okay. What's in social media? Ano bang nakikita nyo dun? Sa Facebook, sinong nakikita mo? Iba naman, dito sa group na to. Anong nakikita nyo sa Facebook? Mga kaibigan nyo, di ba? Yung friends nyo, nasa Facebook. Sinong nakikipag-chat sa Facebook sa mga, yung mga relatives nila abroad? Okay. So, yun. Nasa social media, kaya nga social, yung mga relationships natin. In fact, kaya tayo addicted doon. Kasi, di ba, kahit nakaka-chat mo yung mga malalayo, di ba? You are able to keep in touch. Unlike before, kailangan mong sumulat. Tapos isang buwan bago makarating yung sulat mo. Ito, to? 'Di ba? Anytime nagchat-chat kayo, 'di ba? Okay, so and then because they are friends of yours, because they are relatives of yours, you tend to trust them more than some stranger you just met. 'Di ba? Ganon. So, those are things that kumbaga affect yung perception mo din ng information sa social media. You're able to do conversations. And these things, the fact that you're able to do conversations, in a way, make social media great venues for participatory democracy. Okay? Kasi, di ba, parang imaginein mo yon, Facebook in a way is like, eto, group na to, di ba? You have to gather here to discuss something. But, you can also do this, we can also be discussing the same topic on Facebook, and we're all sitting in our comfortably in our own rooms. 'Di ba? Hindi ka na nagbihis, nagchat-chat ka lang about this, ganon, 'di ba? So that's possible. That's what is new with social media, 'di ba? And kumbaga, next, this is how the information travels, 'di ba? Ako, say nag-post ako. Shinare niya. Tapos na-share niya. Ganon. 'Di ba? So, hanggang sa dumami yung nakakaalam. 'Di ba? So, before you share naman, that's kanina 'di ba sinasabi ni Wanna Change, 'di ba? That power of liking lang ha, akala mo okay lang 'yon, 'di ba? Or sharing already affects them, the information they get. So choose wisely, even what you like, what you share. 'Di ba? Because it affects the information that is consumed by other people. And if that information is related to the elections, it can influence their vote. 'Di ba? So siguro bago i-share, okay lang naman na mag-share ka ng isang bagay na hindi factual, basta kino-correct mo. 'Di ba? Halimbawa, ang isang na-notice ko, may mga taong mali ito. May mga nag-share ng ganito, pero sinasabi na niya ahead na mali ito. So, please, wag niyo na itong i-share, 'di ba? Or kung i-share niyo man, pakisabihan yung mga tao na mali ito, hindi to totoo. 'Di ba? So, that is very critical. And in social media, kumbaga, ang player, hindi lang ako. Ang publisher was Rappler, but in truth, ang nag-spread ng information, hindi Rappler. Kayo. 'Di ba? In the same way na if somebody spreads a rumor, ang mag-spread ng information na yon, hindi lang yung nag-publish ng rumor. Ikaw din na nag-share ng rumor na yon without checking. Di ba? So that is very critical. Understand the medium you are using. Because that will affect how people will vote in the elections. Next. Yan, feedback. Feedback. Sabi ko kanina, yung radyo nakakausap mo ba? Hindi, di ba? Not directly. Yung TV nakakausap mo ba? Not directly, di ba? You have to call. And minsan, hindi ka pa nakaka-get through, di ba? When you call, di ba? Same with print. Magpadala ka ng letter to the editor, they have the option not to print. Di ba? But with social media, halimbawa, I post something on Facebook. Maya-maya lang, sandaling-sandali lang may nagko-comment na, Rappler, biased kayo. Diba? Inaaway na kami niyan. Diba? Ganon siya. Ganon ka ano yung social media. Tapos, sabihin man namin na, okay, alisin namin yan, delete namin, delete. Magpo-post sila somewhere else sa feed nila. Sarili nilang yung Rappler talaga ganito yan. Diba? Right? So, kumbaga, kahit sabihin pang tinatry naming i-control yung feed namin, the fact that you have a Facebook account allows you to continue that conversation somewhere else. Diba? So, it's so free, kumbaga, wala nang control ang mga publishers. Wala nang control yung mga dating information gatekeepers. Which is a good thing, but also a very because now, you are the one that could influence how things go, di ba? Anybody who hits the post button, the publish button, can actually affect outcomes, di ba? Nakakatakot ba? Okay, which means you read up, di ba? Basahin, kasi minsan, hindi pa nga nagkiklik, di ba, nag-publish na, title pa lang, tsaka subhead, nag-comment na. Nandun sa article yung facts, yung ibang facts, di ba, hindi naman magkakasya sa title lahat-lahat, di ba? So, anong kailangan gawin? Basahin naman yung article, di ba? Konting mga siguro, 2 minutes lang naman yan. Diba? Basahin nyo naman. Iniksian na nga namin. Minsan 500 words na lang. Diba? Para lang basahin nyo. Diba? Pero basahin nyo naman. Kasi kung hindi natin binabasa yung full story, ang nangyayari, nag-judge ka na based on the title. O minsan yung picture. Diba? Ganon. So, very critical again. Diba? When it comes to social media. But at the same time, very powerful kasi you can hold us to account. Kung mali nga kami, di ba? We are forced to correct ourselves kung mali kami. Di ba? So kumbaga, kung ikaw talaga Rappler, ganito, sinabi mo 10, 6 lang naman. Ganon. Di ba? So pwedeng yung i-correct yon. That's the power of feedback. Okay? What can you do with that power? What can you do with that power? You can use that power to discuss issues that matter to you. Diba? What are the important issues for your communities? What issues ba yung dapat na ina-address ng mga tao? Diba? Ng mga leaders? So those are very critical. And that is part of, diba? Hindi lang pagboboto ang engagement during the elections. Pati yung discourse, yung discussion about why we should be voting for one person over the other is about as important. Is as important as that. So, use that power because you already have it. Diba? Sayang naman. Next. Ano nang nangyari before when people used that power? Who was aware of the Million People March? Diba? It started, diba, from the, yung Janet Napoles case? Sinong familiar kay Janet Napoles? Yung si Jean Napoles. Yung mga shoes niya. 'Di ba? Right? Okay. So, 'di ba, na-post yung mga yon sa Facebook, sa Twitter, sa Instagram, and because of that, nagalit yung mga tao, nakita yung yung corruption sa PDAF, and as a result, may isang grupo, hindi na nga nag-post sila sa Facebook. Pumunta tayo sa Luneta, sa Quirino Grandstand. Walang actual organizer. There was no central organizing committee na nagtawag or whatever. May nag-post lang sa Facebook, ni-share lang ng lahat ng tao. In fact, nung pumunta daw yung mga tao, walang iisang program. Ano lang, nagpunta lang sila doon. May mga kung ano ng mga pinagagagawa nila, di ba? Pero, what does that mean? Yung conversations online can have impact on ground. Di ba? Galit na galit yung mga tao, and as a result, people marched, people went to Luneta, and because of that, the Supreme Court decided, di ba, to scrap the, certain provisions ng saka yung PDAF, di ba? Right? So, may power ang engagement online, and that could also affect how people vote in the elections. Di ba? Ano pa yung isang time? Before that, ano pa yung isang time? Mary Jane. Who is familiar with Mary Jane Veloso? Yes. So, Mary Jane Veloso, nung pumunta po kami sa Jakarta, I think last year, January last year, nobody knew her. At least, walang there was no clamor about her, Actually, more than 1 year na siya nun na nakulong at nasa death row. Pero, nobody was talking about her. Nag-umpisa lang, there was a story published, and then may petition na pinost sa change.org, and then that clamor started, and as a result, of course, nasa death row pa rin siya, pero na-stay yung execution niya. Last minute. Yung Save Mary Jane Veloso. So, we started, when we started that campaign, #Save Mary Jane siya. Kaya lang, sabi nga nila, ang Mary Jane daw, another marijuana. So, people actually typed the additional letter, Save Mary Jane Veloso. I mean, mas mahaba yun, pero they actually did it, meaning they supported the diba? And as a result, may impact doon sa doon sa, nagkaroon ng action, diba? Na-stay yung execution niya. Diba? So now she has a chance to prove her Next. What else can you do with Ito, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung ginawa namin in 2013. It's a video. So, di ba, electronic na ang ating botohan, di ba? Can you freeze there? Freeze mo. Okay, so ganito siya. In the 2013 elections, we got access to the real-time results of the elections. And what we did there is we used that to display real-time yung results ng elections down to the most granular level, which is the precinct level. Now, nung time na yon, we also crowdsourced irregularities, etc., etc. But what if you use that information and you validate the information? As it is happening real time, titingnan mo, ano nang nangyayari dito sa areas na to. Kasi, nandun yung nandun yung information eh. 'Di ba? Meron pa bang nangyayaring, may mga nagre-report pa na PICOS, meron pa bang botohan na nangyayari? 'Di ba? Those things need to be verified on the ground. And how can you report that, 'di ba, if you know something? The power of social media, and then ito naman po yung difference ng Twitter at ng Facebook. Sa Twitter po, if you tweet something, and then you make sure that your location is turned on, that tweet can go to a map automatically. And then I will know, I'll be able to say, okay, there are problems in this area. Okay. And we are using that right now for disasters. I'll show you this next video where we have been using that power. This is basically what you call crowdsourcing. So social media, because it allows you to post things, allows you in effect to report on the status of things on the ground. Diba? And if you collate that information and organize that information and visualize the information, that kind of information can be very powerful and can be very useful for people who can act on that information. This is how we have been using it for disasters. This is, so tweets coming in and they get plotted on the map. Okay. So imagine if that's happening also for elections. This is for disasters, and this has been working for for 2 years now, where we have been asking people, okay, tweet things that are happening in your area. Tell us what's happening in your area. And we plot, the system automatically plots this information in the map, and yung OCD po, ina-actionan po yon. Yung mga agencies of government, they act on it. So if you use that naman for elections, what happens? So you can use that to deploy where watchers need to be deployed, diba? And then people can then report immediately, hindi na walang gatekeeper to that information, hindi mo masa-stop yung reports from the ground. Okay. So that is what is possible now, and basically we just need to be very conscious on how we use it. And for the coming elections, in fact, napakasimple lang eh. Use Twitter. Turn on your location setting if you are in the precinct. And then tweet about, may pila pa ba? 'Di ba? Mahaba ba yung pila? 'Di ba? Nagkakagulo na ba? Nag-start na ba to begin with yung election? 'Di ba? Those things, those are made possible with social media. Okay. And that's very critical because something that we noticed in the results is this. Medyo, noong 2010 po, that was the first automated elections that we have had. And noong 2010, the system, the transparency server, which allows us to see the results and display the results real time, was able to get 92% of the results coming from the precincts. In 2013, only 76% of the results came in. And that's a problem. Why? Because then, you don't have that information that you can verify already down to the It takes a bit of time now to see the auditable information. Okay? And this is why we feel we're asking people to be more engaged, to be more vigilant in the coming elections so that these things, 'di ba, hindi na siya maano. Next slide. 'Di ba? Next. Last ano to, you can make a big difference. Yes, binanggit na to kanina ni Wanna Change. 'Di ba? 20% of the 52 million voters are from the youth sector. Youth sector. And then, yung youth, 'di ba? Sino ba yung pinaka-active sa social media? 'Di ba kayo? Oo. Kasi mas familiar kayo eh. Si Lola, tinuturuan pa lang mag-tweet. Oo, 'di ba? Oo, so yung mga nanay at tatay siguro ninyo medyo nahihirapan pa sa social media. Kayo yung familiar. So, malaki yung power nyo. Okay? Next. Think of it this way. Okay? Yung democracy, yung mga issues that you want, if you use social media right, it can spread like a virus. And it can, at a certain point, result in change. Diba? Yun lang. Thank you. If you have questions, let me know. Yeah.
So guys, if you have any questions, the floor is now open. I think Ma'am Gemma will answer your questions. Thank you.
Shy sila. Yes. Habang ano pa, nag-iisip pa kayo ng questions, may papakita ako kasi this is something that we did on anyway, iaano ko na lang, I would ask you to visit this. Di ba we're talking about information as a critical factor to making decisions. I would ask you to visit phvote.rappler.com. We prepared there a number of engaging mechanisms through which you can get to know the leaders, yung mga aspiring leaders. May profiles, and then at the same time, you can match your profile with, you can compare the one candidate's profile with another candidate's profile. And then you can also, there's something we call the candidate, as in candy date, which means parang Tinder. Sinong familiar sa Tinder? Ayun. Parang ano to, ima-match ka niya with the candidate na that fits the issues of na you feel the most. You feel most strongly, or yung mga ano to, yung gusto mo na issues. Okay, so have a look at it. We prepared those because we know na minsan it's not enough to just present facts. It's also good to have things, make things engaging. Please play around with it, okay? And let us know, okay, kung ano pang ano to. Give us feedback, okay? May questions? Yes. You mean the youth? What well, medyo vocal actually itong generation na to, 'di ba? The millennials. That's what we notice, very vocal about issues they like. Minsan lang vocal without getting the facts first. Okay? So, 'di ba? Kaya nga magandang magbasa din, 'di ba? Magbasa muna. And don't just read one. Normally, series yan ng Kaya nga, well, not to be but that's what we are presenting for, di ba? Yung mga news, reading constantly, checking out what are the facts, doing your own research, that's very critical. Kasi, hindi lang enough yung engagement is good, di ba? Because that means you're interested. Diba? And that's the first step in civic, that's very important. Pero, bukod dun sa engagement, you engage right. Diba? You get the facts, and then, if you have gotten your facts, if you feel strongly that tama ito yung talagang, ito talaga yung pananaw mo sa buhay, i-share mo yon. That becomes a conversation then, diba? Don't keep it to yourself. Diba? Right? Kumbaga, sa tingin ko, ito talaga yung maganda di ba? But I kept it to myself. Di ba? You're not helping in the formation of public opinion. Kasi, if you think that candidate that you don't want to talk about yet is really the one that's good for this country, shouldn't you be talking about it so that more people will vote for that candidate? Or are you already convinced to begin with? Baka naman kasi, hindi ka pa convinced. Di ba?
I don't know, I just don't want them to be influenced by
Okay,
it.
Okay, ayan. But yun lang yung So, that's another way kasi to So, kumbaga, engagement, getting your facts, and then be part of that. If you're if you feel that that candidate is the right one, 'di ba? Kasi at the end of the day, we're doing this not just for you 'di ba? You're doing this because this will affect our common future, 'di ba? And if that candidate talaga is the one that will be best for our common future, you should be getting more people voting for that candidate. Okay. Yes. Okay.
How do you use that? Saan mo papasok yung journalism, yung mga inputs mo, and yung mga nakukuha niyo from the movie? What's your take on that?
Okay. So, when we started with the mood meter, the first thing kasi is like, how do you visualize the crowd? How does the crowd become part of Rappler? So part of it is people comment, diba? But the other part of it is like, we wanted to be able to show the state of the crowd right now. And one thing that is common across all stories is what? Each story affects you emotionally in some way, di ba? I mean, you may not care about it. That's still an emotion, di ba? You may be amused. So we started with 6. And then we felt they didn't quite represent everything. Kasi I may be happy, I may be amused, but I'm not necessarily happy. I'm just amused, di ba? So nadagdag yung amused tsaka annoyed. Like, I'm not really angry, I'm just annoyed, right? So kaya naging 8 siya, ganon. And the reason why we thought of that as well, kasi meron daw studies, yung mga neuroscientists, that say na, if you label your emotions, kasi most of us naman decide talaga, at ultimately, based on emotions. I mean, we decide emotionally Ganon talaga yon. Although, we try to balance that with diba, rational thinking, di ba? Pero we do make decisions emotionally as people, as human beings. Now, they say that if you label your emotion, if you're conscious about how you feel about something, conscious ka, you're self-aware, then you behave more rationally. Kasi alam mo na eh, galit ka nun. So, pag-iisipan mo siya ulit. Nilabel mo na eh. Ganon. So that's why it's there. That's why the mood meter is there. And we've been doing it, we've been observing it. We have quite, I'm sure there's quite a lot that can be done with it. In fact, Facebook now has emoji cones. Di ba? Nauna kami. Ayun. Sorry. So, but there's that recognition that emotions play a role in decision making, in opinion making, in how information spreads. Okay. Yes?
Good afternoon po. Pero out of the group of questions po, pero do you think this is the right time for the Philippines to resort to federalism?
Federalism. Okay. Well, personally, before the Spaniards came, history major po kasi ako. Before the Spaniards came, wala naman pong central government. Barangays, di ba? And in a way, the barangays were managing themselves. So there's value to autonomy, but there's also things that we have to think of now as well, because in some areas naman of the country, they can promote certain dynastic rules. So may ganun pong kailangang libran din po kasi ako, so medyo may pagka nagbabalanse ako palagi. But it's like that. So there's value in it. There's value in making local governments more autonomous and be able to decide how things are managed in their yung resources, management of resources. But at the same time, there are pitfalls then for certain areas that are that are to begin with parang ruled by clans. Okay, so may ganun pong elements doon. Okay. Does that answer your question? Okay. Yes? Siguro for certain, I'm like it has to be discussed what are the parameters and there has to be safeguards lang for those. We just have to note that those things happen. I've been kasi to those areas eh. Wala talagang election sa mga lugar na yun. Okay, thank you. May questions pa? Okay na?
So yan, siguro wala naman ng question. May question pa ba? Any insights na lang?
Okay.
Okay. Grace? Wala na ba? Okay, so now, thank you so much, ma'am, once again for that wonderful talk. To award the certificate of appreciation to ma'am, I once again call our department chairperson, Mr. Carl Droveri, and the MSS president, Mr. Edison.
To read the citation, the Ateneo de Naga University College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Department of Media Studies with the Media Studies Society present the certificate of appreciation to GEMMA Mendoza for sharing her knowledge and expertise as the resource speaker for the topic Social Media and Election 2016 during the 7th BICCOMS Conference on Communication and Media Studies given this 3rd day of March 2016 at the Xavier Hall, Ateneo de Naga University, Naga City, Philippines. So ano?
Once again, a big warm round of applause.
For
So, ayan.
Following that very insightful talk by Ma'am Gemma, let us have another intermission number from MSS very own, John Albert Tadle. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yes. While waiting, we would like to thank our sponsors, EC Construction and Supply, Eden Dragon Enterprise, Dad William and Mom Noni, and
Reminder lang po sa lahat ng MSS members, ngayon na daw po ang deadline ng pre-registration at the same time ng bayad para sa fun day. So kung gusto niyo pong sumama, magbayad na daw po kayo sa any officers po ng ating MSS. So,
also, yung mga gustong bumili ng t-shirt, ito po yung ating t-shirt for this year's BICCOMS. It cost only 150 pesos. Just approach any of our MSS officers. So, for 150 pesos lang siya. And again, mag-subscribe po tayo sa ARTV Network because, on YouTube, because we are live.
pakihanap na lang po ang ARTV channel on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Yan lang. Thank you.
Okay, so also, MSS members, we would like to remind you about sa i-offer na subject this coming summer 2016. Yung mga gusto pong matuto ng Adobe applications, Adobe Premiere, After Effects, Audition. Kung gusto ninyong mabuksan yung subject na yon, better pre-reg as early as now para mabuksan yon during the summer 2016. Okay, so once again, let us welcome John Albert Tadle and Company.
Hi guys, good afternoon. Medyo diit na ngayon ng tao ay. So, ako nga pala si John and Mark from Psychology. Yeah, may exam siya ngunyan kaya dadalian mo na. I don't have much to give, but I don't care for gold. What use is money when you need someone to hold? Don't have direction, I'm just running down this road, waiting for you to bring me in from out the cold. Never knew the endless nights, the rhyming of the rain, or how it feels to fall behind and what you call his name. Pick up and leave everything. Don't you see what I can bring? You can keep this beating heart at bay. Set Monday nights are free, and I will give you all of me. Just leave your lover, leave him for me. We sit in bars and race our drinks to growing old. Oh, I'm in love with you, and you will never know. But if I can can't have you. I walk this life alone. Spare you the rising storm and let the rivers flow. You'll never know the endless nights, the rhyming of the rain, or how it feels to fall behind and what you call his name. Pick up and leave everything. Don't you see what I can bring? You can keep this beating heart at bay. Set my midnight sorrow free, and I will give you all of me. Just leave your lover and leave him for me. Leave your lover, leave him for me.
Sa baba.
Sige.
Sige lang.
Kahit ka.
Sige lang. Yan na, diba? Yan na.
Tatanong ang isip, pero maintindihan kung anong nararamdaman. Dapat mong malaman, sa puso ko ikaw lamang ang nag-iisang pangamba. Dapat bang isipin walang hanggan? Asahan mo na kahit kailan di kita iiwan. Kahit kailan di kita pababayaan. Kahit kailan, kahit kailan. Bulong ng iyong damdamin, pag-ibig na walang hanggan, ang siyang nais mong makamtan. Narito akong handang umibig sa iyo. Katapusan, pangamba. Dapat bang isipin walang hanggan? Asahan mo na kahit kailan di kita iiwan. Kahit kailan di kita pababayaan. Kahit kailan, kahit kailan. Kung ika'y mawawala sa piling ko, di na alam kung kakayanin pa kayang umibig pang muli. Ano pa mang mangyari, di maaaring ipapalit. Sasamahan pa kita hanggang sa muli. Ay, may mahanap kaming jammer. Si Nika. Nika Banaag. Ay, may klase, Maya. So, ano na lang. Sorry na lang. Sorry. Ano na lang for last. Ha? You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't do too well with apologies. I hope I don't run out of time, could someone call a referee? 'Cause I just need one more shot and forgiveness. I know you know that I made those mistakes maybe once or twice. And by once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times. So let me redeem all myself tonight. 'Cause I just need one more shot at second chances. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Because I'm missing more than just of your body. Hey. Is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know when I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Ooh, yeah. Hey. I'm sorry. I'll take every single piece of the blame if you want me to. But you know that there is no innocent name in this game for two. I go, and then you go and spell the truth. Can we both say the words and forget this? Hey, is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just of your body. Is it too late now to say sorry? And I know when I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Ooh. Is it too late now to say sorry? This one's Hotline Bling. You used to call me on my cell phone later when you need my love. Call me on your cell phone late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline bling, and that can only mean one thing. And I know when that hotline bling, can only mean one thing. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows that I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started worrying less and going out more. Let's do some champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone later when you need my love. Call me on your cell phone late night when you need my love. And I know in that hotline bling that can only mean one thing. I know in that hotline bling that can only mean one thing. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started moving less and going out and more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Oh, last song. If I ain't got you, sige lang. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things defines what's within. And I've been there before, but that life's a bore, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't wanna be it all. If it ain't you, baby, if I got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, and some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah. Some people search for the fountain, the promise is forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love him. Oh, hand me the world on a silver platter, and what would it be with no one to share, with no one who truly cares for me? Some people want it all, but I don't wanna be it all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, and some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, you. Want nothing at all if it ain't you, baby. If I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, and some just want everything, and everything means nothing if I ain't got you. If I ain't got you with me, baby, nothing in this, oh, don't mean nothing. If I ain't got you with me, baby. Thank you. Thank you. May exam na si Mark. Go na, Mark. Bye-bye.
Okay, sige. So, namiss nyo na ba yung paglalaro na ginawa ko kahapon? Gusto ba ulit mga gawin ng dugaan ng blue team, ng yellow team, at ng red team? Kasi white team naman kaya ako eh.
White ata.
Siyempre, gawin tayo. Sige, now let's have a game.
Groups. Go guys, go guys. Pampabuhay lang ng dugo. Dahil ayos lang.
I'm special because God loves me. I love my family, I love my teachers, and my classmates. I want to study hard because I want to learn new things. I want to help others.
Give them the opportunity to benefit from Jesuit education so they will become young men and women for others.